Hello class, my name is Beth Pack and this is my listening speaking video. Today we are going to be talking about the book called The Ugly Duckling. The Ugly Duckling by Hans Christian Andersen. Now Hans Christian Andersen is a very famous author. He has written many different books. If you recall, one of them is The Little Mermaid, The Little Match Girl, The Snow Queen, and some of these books have been made into Disney movies. They're very well known. But today we're going to be talking about the book, The Ugly Duckling by Hans Christian Andersen. Now, for the listening part of this, I have copied and pasted the link for the YouTube video where you can go and listen to the book, The Ugly Duckling, be read to you. All right, so today, during my lesson, we will have read or listened to it read to us 2 times, all right? The first time that we listen, I have a list of vocabulary words that I want you to listen for, all right? And so I am assuming that we have already listened to this book. And so let us start talking about the vocabulary words, all right? So The Ugly Duckling by Hans Christian Andersen. Here are the vocabulary words, all right? The first one is ugly. Ugly. It means not pretty. It is not pretty. It is ugly. Duckling. Duckling. It is a baby duck. It is a baby duck, all right? Country. Country. It is an area outside of cities and towns. It is more, there's more grass, there's more trees. It is usually where there are farms. There are farms there, or just forest, a lot of woods and open country, all right? The next word, nest. Nest. It is a place made by a bird for laying eggs and keeping the babies safe, or the baby birds safe, all right? You will see nests of birds up in trees. You will see those. Sometimes up on houses. I know right now we have some birds' nests in our on top of our house, like in our gutter and in little holes in our house. They like to find a place to make a nest that is safe and up off of the ground. Now, the kind of bird we are talking about today is a duck. A duck. And ducks do not make their nest up in trees. They make their nest in a marsh area, or like where there's tall grass, around. They put their nest on the ground. Usually it is next to some water, next to a pond or a lake, somewhere like close to water, because ducks like to live and on water, and they hunt for their food on water, all right? Okay, so again, nest, nest. All right, the next word is egg. Egg. It is a round object, usually about this big, something like that. An egg is a round object laid by a female bird, which often holds a baby bird. Sometimes they don't hold baby birds. Like I know that chicken eggs, we often eat chicken eggs for our dinner. Okay, next, peck, peck. A bird strikes or hits or bites with their beak. So along the beak, they go peck, 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 peck. That's how the bird bites or strikes somebody. The next word is marsh. Marsh. It is an area that is usually flooded with water in all seasons. There's a lot of water. There's some grass, there's some tall grass, but there is also a lot of water, okay? The next word is wild. Wild. Wild, like a wild animal or a wild area. A wild animal or an area that is not around people, that is not around people, all right? The next word is hunter. Hunter is a person or one who kills animals in the wild for food or for sport. Frighten. Frighten. To make someone afraid. Like sometimes a child can be frightened when there is a loud thunderstorm, when there's lightning and thunder, you can get frightened, be afraid. It can create fear, all right? Frighten. Flock. Flock. It is a group of birds. It's a group of birds. If you see a group of birds flying overhead, it is called a flock of birds or a flock of ducks or geese. The next word is farmer. Farmer. A person who does the work of planting crops, or like food, like corn or beans or anything, or wheat, or taking care of animals in order to make a living. That is how they live, is they plant crops and they take care of animals so that they can make a living for themselves and their family. All right. Now we will have listened to the book read to us for a second time. All right. And this time I will ask that you listen for the answers to these questions. Okay. Now we're just going to do the first 6 because I believe I'm running out of time. So again, we will listen to the book read to us on youtube.com, and I will write the questions on the board for my students to listen for as they listen to the book read. Where is the setting of this story taking place? So the setting is in the country and the forest, all right? Number 2, where did the ugly duckling egg hatch? Hatch, it means when the bird comes out of the egg. Hatch. He hatched in the nest of a mother duck. Number 3, what did the mother duck think he was? What did she think he was? He was not like the other ducklings. So she thought he was a turkey chick, a turkey chick. Well, number 4, how did she test him to see if he was a turkey chick? Well, she tested him by seeing if he could swim. So apparently he could swim. He did swim. But she still was not sure because he was still bigger than all of her other ducklings. Number 5, why did the ugly duckling run away from his family? Why did he run away? Well, the farm animals were mean to him. They were mean. Number 6, what frightened the ugly duckling at the marsh? What frightened him? Oh, yeah, it was kind of scary. He was very scared. There were some hunters and hunting dogs who were looking for ducks to shoot. So they shot their gun and to kill ducks. And the ugly duckling thought that he would be killed too. That would be very frightening. Frightening. That's one of our words, right? Frightening. All right. And finally, What animals were in the house with the old lady? So if you remember from the story, the ugly duckling found a house, and there was a little crack in the door that the ugly duckling could go inside of. It was cold outside, and so he wanted to find a warm place to be. So he went in the crack, and there was a little old lady next to a fire, and she said, come in, get warm. But there were two animals in there. Do you remember what they were? It was a cat and a hen, and they were not happy to see the duckling, the ugly duckling, and they made the ugly duckling go away. They said, "Go away!" And so the ugly duckling, he ran away as fast as he could. Poor thing, poor little ugly duckling. Well, that is the end of my little lesson for now. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching my video.